The most important part of any carpet is going to be the fiber selection. Why that's important is that determines how absorbent the material is going to be. So let me give you a little demonstration of absorbency. I have two pieces of fabric. I have one which is going to be the synthetic fabric, and I have one which is going to be the natural fabric. So as I dip these into the water, put the synthetic in first. As I bring it out, see the amount of water that I get from this. Not a lot, okay? Now let me get the other one, put the cotton one in here, take this one out, and look at the amount of water. Now, do you think that's going to affect how long this takes to dry? You better believe it. Now, the other thing is that how is this going to accept dyes? Very easily. So how is it going to accept stains? Just as easily. So in this particular case, this is going to have a big effect on the overall appearance of the carpet and how it performs. So let's talk about our two types of natural fibers that we're going to be dealing with. The first one is going to be wool, which means that we're going to be dealing with a protein fiber from sheep's hair, just like our hair. In this particular case, on this carpet that we have right here, this is a woven wool. So that you understand what I mean by woven, it's made on a loom with a warp yarn and a weft yarn, such as you see in the backing right here. This is also a wool carpet with a woven backing. The concern there is that natural fiber is going to absorb water, which could cause shrinkage. Here is actually a tufted wool carpet. They do make tufted wool carpets, but this one has an old jute backing, which is going to have the same problems, meaning that it's going to absorb moisture and could cause browning. And I'll explain browning in just a moment. Now let's switch over here to kind of a combination of the two. I've got cellulosic fibers. What does that mean? That just means it came from a plant. Cotton would be a cellulosic. I also have, in this particular case, strange as it may seem, this is a paper carpet made out of the same material you make cardboard out of. This is actually going to be a mountain grass, another plant. This will be a seagrass. This one will actually be the infamous sisal that we hear so much about. And then this one is going to be jute, 100% jute. Just like the jute that was on the backing of this carpet, I have jute that is now face fiber. And to make it really complicated, we have one here. The blue is actually going to be wool, but the beige that you see on here is going to be a sisal material, which means you have different types of absorbency or different percentages, which means you could have all kinds of problems with this particular carpet. Now, let's talk about how we're going to clean these. Number one, on wool, we know that we need to stay somewhat on the neutral side of the pH scale. The closer we are, the better. Over the years, we've been taught 4.5 to 8.5, but now we're starting to look a little bit different. We're looking at products that are what we call not buffered. Now, the easiest way to do this is to look on the label of the jug and look for the wool logo, which is a picture of a sheep. That tells you that it's been tested regardless of the pH. It's a very safe product to use. Just remember, you're going to test for color fastness, especially in a carpet that has the red to it. That's going to be the important aspect.